Good morning and welcome to The Balancing Act. I'm Dr. Wendy Walsh, bringing you daily tips and advice on career, self-improvement, health, family care, and so much more. On today's show, encourage your kids to eat smart. You can do this by incorporating more fiber and calcium-rich foods into your kids' diet. And what's a 5-letter word for a big headache? How about T-A-X-E-S? Yes, taxes. Maybe, but it doesn't have to be that way. We've got some useful information for you that will help your life be far less taxing. This and so much more coming up next on The Balancing Act. This is the time of year when people are looking for answers to those tax questions, and for good reason. When you file your tax return, you want to know that it was prepared correctly. So the IRS wants us to know that there are lots of free resources available on their website that can help us prepare and file our returns. David Williams, Director of Electronic Tax Administration for the IRS, is back on our show to help sort it all out. Welcome, David.
Hey, it's good to be here.
So this has got to be the busiest month of the year for you guys.
Oh, it's the time when everyone thinks, oh, the deadline's coming, I got to get my tax return done. And of course,
yes.
How do I get help, right? So they go to irs.gov. That's what we want them to do. It's a one-stop shop for all the resources you need to complete your tax return.
What are some of the features on the site, most popular features on irs.gov?
Well, the free file program is probably the biggest. If you make $54,000 or less a year, you can use it. That's 70% of all Americans, 97 million people. You can prepare your return online and file it electronically for free.
So you don't need a professional. You can figure this out yourself.
Well, we hope so.
Because
that's why we
your
designed
site
it that
is user-friendly, right?
Well, it is absolutely user-friendly, and we want to take the mystery out of it for people. So irs.gov, even if you don't use free file, there's information about your tax situation. If you want to know whether you're eligible for the Earned Income Tax Credit or how much your rebate's going to be for the economic stimulus.
Yeah.
Well, we've got a calculator on irs.gov. It's the economic stimulus calculator. You can figure out how much money you're going to get. And by the way, just so folks know, you don't have to do anything to get it, just as long as you file a tax return.
Yeah, it's really important to know that there are plenty of hard-working, low-income Americans who don't file because they feel they don't have to pay any taxes, but they might be missing out on some really important rebates, right?
Well, that's the big deal. If you don't make a lot of money, you may not think you have to file a tax return, but we need to know where you are so we can get you your check. So file that tax return. You can use the free file program to do it, and we'll get that check out to you.
And there are some imposters out there that are not irs.gov, correct?
That's right. People use other kinds of things that look like IRS. The only real site is irs.gov, and make sure you type .gov in, or you may end up somewhere you may not be comfortable with.
Okay, those other imposter sites, how could we recognize them?
Well, it's sometimes tough. They look like real sites. Pass your cursor over those links for the Better Business Bureau or irs.gov. If they're not real, that's a hint. There are phone numbers on that website as well. If they're not real,
call their phone numbers.
Call them.
Check it out.
That's right. And if you're not comfortable, move on.
Because these other sites may be trying to steal your identity, and we all know that's
Absolutely.
a scary thing in these times. Okay, so irs.gov, you guys got only a few weeks left. That's me included. and you can find out about rebates. So if you haven't filed before, this is the place, right?
That's it. One-stop shop.
Thank you so much, David Williams from the IRS. So you've got a new baby. Who do you turn to? Sometimes it's hard for mothers to find the advice they need to care for their newborns. Well, good news, newbaby.com, an interactive parenting community, has all the answers you'll need 24/7. We'll tell you more about it when we come back. Motherhood comes with the need for advice, information, sharing, and socializing. It also comes with the need for a 25th hour in your day. This is why newbaby.com makes it easy, safe, and secure for you to seek expert advice, store and share videos of you and your family, and find other moms just like yourself. Joining us today is Bob Sullivan, founder of the newest interactive online community for moms, newbaby.com. Welcome, Bob.
Hi, Wendy.
Now, how'd you get the idea for newbaby.com, you guy, you?
It's a good story. My son was born 9 years ago. And the night when my wife was in labor, the doctor decided that they needed to quickly take the baby through an emergency C-section. Everything was fine. They assured me that everything was fine. And when everything was complete, I saw my son, I saw my wife. The doctor said to me, look, Bob, you should probably go home because your wife's going to be sleeping for quite some time. So I left the hospital with a lot of guilt, but I drove home and I typed in the name newbaby.com. And to my surprise, there wasn't a website there. So the minute I found that out, I bought the name.
Bought on your son's birthday.
Absolutely.
And spawned this business. Now, what will moms find on newbaby.com?
Moms will find a litany of information. And the majority of the information they're going to find on newbaby.com is video. We video experts from around the country on subjects like medical, family, anything to do with parenting of that new baby. And so if a mom has a question and they type in a keyword like colic, they're going to find answers to what to do if my baby has colic.
Right. Postpartum?
Absolutely.
It seems like these new moms are probably so tired anyway that to have the luxury of being able to watch video rather than have to read lots of content is probably really helpful.
What we found is that a mom will watch video, and they like to do it specifically for what you just said. Instead of reading and searching out, the question they have is answered to them by a person who is an expert, and it's answered to them in a very quick and informational format.
Now, can moms post their own videos of their little bundles of joy there?
Yeah, we want as many videos of all babies out there on newbaby.com. We make it easy for a mom to post videos from their computer, from their mobile phone, and actually through the webcam also. So if they're sitting in front of the computer feeding the baby, they can take a webcam of a little baby right here.
And how can these videos be viewed? I mean, they're viewed by the entire world, or is there some kind of library area that people can put videos and pictures with their family?
It's a great question. New Baby is for new baby. So we don't have a lot of people from around the world who may be looking for different videos. We think it's very important to keep the videos of your baby safe and secure. So the video can be viewed by our community, which is moms just like the new mom who is a participant on New Baby, or you can privately share the videos with your grandparents, cousins, relatives around the country through an easy invitation system. They come right into the site and they view only those videos they're allowed to.
And are they able to organize their videos and pictures in a certain way?
Yeah, right now the video is the primary focus of newbaby.com. We have a very, very easy player where they can upload the videos, organize the videos, save videos down of like a favorite exercise workout that we have posted through some of our experts, make playlists, organize them that way. Coming soon, we'll have the pictures and audio also, so they can organize everything together at newbaby.com.
So new mothers can learn what they need to know to be a great good mother. They can create their own videos and pop them up there, and they can share it with their friends and other new moms in the community.
Absolutely.
Great idea, Bob. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks.
Mothers capture great moments on video, and they share them with the people that they love on newbaby.com, the largest online interactive community for new mothers. Pasta is a universally appealing food for all ages. Few foods are as nutritionally satisfying, convenient to prepare, and fun to eat. Pasta is an excellent source of thiamine and folic acid. Pasta is a good source of iron, riboflavin, and niacin. It's also low in fat, sodium, and cholesterol-free. Is there anything more challenging than getting your family, especially the kids, to eat healthy? Well, today we're going to show you how to turn something they already love, pasta, into smart eating. And to help us is Lucille Bessler, president of the Florida Dietetic Association. Welcome, Lucille.
Thank you.
So pasta, we all love it, but in abundance, we've heard it's not so good for us. What's different about this pasta you're bringing us today?
Well, this pasta has 3 times more fiber than regular white pasta. It also has the equivalent of calcium as found in an 8-ounce glass of milk per serving.
Calcium and fiber in pasta, and it's
Yes.
called Ronzoni
Smart Taste.
Smart Taste. Okay, so
The
that
name
makes
says
sense.
it all.
I have to say one other thing about this. Most pastas with a lot of fiber are whole wheat, and they're brown and heavy, and kids hate them. This is white and light.
That's true. And kids need fiber as well as adults. They need fiber because it will help them feel full longer. And we know what a problem childhood obesity is. So if we can get kids to eat something healthy and not enormous portions, that really helps us an awful lot. And the calcium, as we know, is really needed for their bones.
Yeah, you were saying earlier that you have a feeling that lack of calcium is going to be the big nutrition problem in our youth today.
That's correct. We know studies have shown us that children are not eating the amount, not getting the amount of calcium they need. They're not eating calcium-rich products.
So They need to eat broccoli and skim milk.
Broccoli and skim milk, dairy products, and Ronzoni Smart Taste
And Ronzoni
pasta.
Smart Taste. Now, what have you suggested we've made today? These look like 3 great family meals. What have we got here?
Oh, well, these are typical comfort foods. Here we have tuna casserole. The great part about this tuna casserole is that it uses tuna packed in water, not oil, and it uses peas for great texture and to add a little vegetable to it.
So I want to lift this up to show the moms out there how easy this is. Look at the layers. We have a bottom of macaroni and cheese. Of course, it's the healthy Smart Taste pasta in there. A layer of peas, a layer of tuna water,
That's
another
right.
macaroni and cheese, some breadcrumbs, and probably a little Parmesan mixed in there on top.
That's right.
Bake it in the oven for what, half an hour?
Half hour. It's a quick meal, and it's very nutritious
Every
and
food
very
group.
eye appealing.
Right there. Okay, so what have we got here? This looks delicious
Here
too.
we have the honey garlic pasta toss. And this is a great meal. It only took 30 minutes to make.
And the
again,
protein
this
here
is healthy.
chicken? Chicken in there? Honey garlic chicken, yeah, honey garlic chicken with
yes.
little scallions and pasta. Anything with honey, kids are going to eat. Of
That's
course
right,
they are.
that's right.
And here, this is something I'd love to eat because it's got lots of green leaves in it. But
Well, this is great. It has roasted cherry tomatoes and it has spinach. So this might be a really great way to get your children to eat spinach because of the pasta. But it's great for adults too. And again, the Smart Taste pasta makes it even more better.
So where can people find Ronzoni Smart Taste pasta?
They can find it in their local supermarkets right next to the other fine Ronzoni products.
And they can also go to ronzonismarttaste.com, of course.
Yes, they can.
ronzonismarttaste.com to find out where it's sold or to buy it there on the site.
Yes, and on that site, not only it has nice recipes, but it also has great ideas for healthy eating tips for meals and for snacks for the entire family.
I'm going there for dinner tonight. Okay, thanks, Lucille. Lucille Besler, president of the Florida Dietetic Association. All good advice. And now I know what's for dinner at our house tonight. Of course, that tuna casserole. Thanks so much for being with us.
Enjoy.
These ideas are really delicious, and we appreciate all the nutrition advice that we can get. It's the age-old dilemma for mothers, how to balance career and family. Well, if you've been thinking about starting an in-home party business, we've found one with absolutely no out-of-pocket startup costs. It's hard to imagine being able to start a business without ever opening your checkbook. But with a company like Party Light, you can. Maybe you heard of them already. Their candles and home accessories are top quality. Up now is Party Light consultant Elizabeth Hauser. Thank you so much for being here.
Hi, Wendy.
Now, you've been with Party Light for
12 years.
12 years
Yeah.
now. Before you started, did you have a traditional old corporate job?
I did. I was working a 60-hour-a-week job. I had a 2-year-old son at the time. It was a corporate job. I was a little frustrated by that time juggle in the morning, trying to get off to daycare really early, work long hours, longer than you're really supposed to be there, and it just wasn't that family life I had envisioned for myself.
And that's a lot of separation for a 2-year-old.
It is.
That's a
Yeah.
hard gig.
It's tough.
So you heard about Party Light and started having candle parties.
I did.
How'd that go at the beginning?
Well, I had never heard of them before I went to my first show, and I loved candles, that's why I was there, but I had no previous knowledge or even sales background in any sort of opportunity like this. So I kind of jumped in. I was very attracted to the business opportunity, to the unlimited income, to the availability to work it around what I was currently working in my life.
And you did it with your career for
I
a
did.
while.
I
And
did.
then after 6 months, you
6
took the
months.
plunge. What'd your husband say when you said, hey, honey, I'm quitting my job to sell candles at parties?
Yes, he said specifically that I'll give you 2 months to show me you can make this work, and then you need to get a real job.
So the threat
So-
of losing her husband made you really work hard.
Yes, but he has been a huge supporter. I love him dearly, and he's been obviously now it's turned into an enormous thing for our family.
How long did it take you to match the income that you were making at a publishing company?
Yeah, it was about within a year I had matched the income, and I was working a quarter of the hours, so I was putting in about 15 hours a week on my terms, which was great.
15 hours a week, the
yeah.
same income
Same
you were
income.
making working a job 60 hours.
Yes.
Okay, so now jump ahead, it's 12 years later,
Okay.
and as we know with this party business, half of the game is getting team members who are also
Definitely.
out there having their own parties, and you
Yeah.
get a piece of their
Yeah.
action,
Yep.
so to speak. So
Yeah.
now how's your income?
Well, it's changed significantly. It's actually quadrupled from where I was before. And the benefit has been tremendous. I've been able to be a room parent. I've been able to have 2 more children. I've been able to be home both when they get on the bus and off the bus, and just be involved in their lives, and as well as help all the other women and men who have started with me, because they have the same benefit that I had, and it's been very rewarding and
Okay,
really
did you hear
wonderful.
that? Quadruple the income. Quadruple the income,
Yeah.
and you get to be a room parent.
Yeah, it's
which
been
is
great.
sometimes a pleasure and sometimes a pain.
never
We all
know.
know about that, but it's good because you get to know what's going on in the
Absolutely.
classroom.
Right.
I like
Right.
being a room parent.
Yeah.
So their products have also come a long way in the last 12
Very
years.
so. Yes, we are actually, this is our 35th anniversary this year, and we are sold in 14 countries by 50,000 independent party light consultants. An extensive line of accessories for every home decor style and taste, beautiful candles, the top quality on the market, and
I'm
very
still
clean
going
burn.
back to quadruple the income. Okay, what website can women go to? Remember, no startup costs at all.
Startup costs. www.partylite.com.
And Party Light is spelled P-A-R-T-Y-L-I-T-E.
It is. There's a toll-free number you can check out as well. You get to see consultant profiles on our website of women just like us that have tried it, living their own dream, just from all walks of life. It's great.
Elizabeth Hauser, thank you so much for being with
You're
us
welcome.
from Party Light.
Thank you.
These candles smell delicious, look delicious. I want to have some in my home.
Good.
Thank you very much.
You're
And I got
welcome.
something else for you. Da-na-na, Jamaica, ooh, I want to take ya. I'm talking about going to a romantic getaway for couples only. We'll tell you more when we get back.
I can't pick one particular place. I think that's between the two people and what they like to do. If they like to just go fishing, that could be romantic. Or if you like to go skiing, I think it's the two people who make it romantic, and what they like to do together is how I look at it. Of course, we all want to go to the beach or go away, on a snowy weekend or something, but I think it has to do with what your mutual likes and dislikes are.
Italy's very nice, but I've been there before. I would love to go to Greece.
We all know that the demands of daily life can really take a toll on our relationships. Between work, kids, and everything else, it can be so hard to make time for each other. Up next, we have the perfect idea for a romantic getaway designed to remind you of why the two of you fell in love in the first place. A resort with no conference calls, no curfews, and best of all, no kids. I love my kids, but boy, breaks are great. I can't wait to learn all about this from Randy Russell, Senior Vice President and Chief Romance Officer of Couples Resorts. Randy, how did you get a title like Chief Romance Officer?
Well, if you ask my wife, she'll say it was self-inflicted. But I think she would agree that I'm a pretty romantic guy. But it really does set us apart from the rest of the competition out there. We are a very laid-back, romantic company. We have 4 resorts in Jamaica, small boutique style. So we really consider ourselves the romance experts.
You know, I have a doctorate in psychology, and I often prescribe to couples that they schedule romance by date nights. You also think we should schedule our romantic vacations.
Absolutely. I think it's truly important for a couple to reconnect with one another outside of the influences that all of us have on a day-to-day basis. I mean, it's so hard sometimes to maintain that spark, to keep that thing going when you have work and money and kids and friends even sometimes and relatives, all kind of interfering or have the potential of interfering with that romantic environment. So we provide that environment away from all that.
So tell me about the environment.
Well, first of all, the 4 resorts we have in Jamaica, there's 2 in Negril and 2 in Ocho Rios. They are designed with couples in mind, so it's a very laid-back environment. They are designed for romance. Our best clients are those who are coming down to rekindle that spark. They're not so much concerned about the price, but they are concerned about the value and the experience. And what we do is we provide that environment that allows them to regenerate, rejuvenate, renew, and create that new love for themselves.
So this is a luxurious, high-end environment. When you say laid back, it's casual because you're on the beach in Jamaica, but these are gourmet restaurants, right?
We have gourmet restaurants, all meals, all gratuities are included, entertainment is included, top brand drinks. So everything there.
So it's all inclusive.
All inclusive.
But what about those big, long, ugly buffet lines? They don't
No,
exist
we don't
there?
have the big, long, ugly buffet lines. We do offer buffet options, but we do also have gourmet dining as well. So it's really no tab, no tips, no kids, no curfew.
That's nice.
Yes.
What about spas?
Spas are also on property. They're optional, but they're very, very popular. Perhaps what you'd like to do when you come down is try the his and her half-hour massage. It's a great massage with just the two of you in the room.
I would like to come down. I just need a his. I got a her. I just need a his, and then I'll be there. Because I can't go to a couples resort right now.
Okay.
So Randy, Chief Romance Officer means that you've helped many couples personally rekindle. You read love letters to people?
On our message board on our website, which is couples.com, we get about 900 posts a day. And I came up with this idea thinking that, well, maybe it'll work or maybe it won't. But to date, I've read about 250 love letters to people who want to express their love in a different way.
So I heard you did one to a full board of directors in a boardroom in front of an embarrassed
executive,
woman.
An executive attorney was having a board meeting and her assistant was in on the call. She put it on the speakerphone so her husband of 25 years could not only read a letter to her and tell her how much he loved her, but also surprise her with a 25th anniversary gift to Couples Resorts.
Nice.
It was
Couples
fantastic.
Resort. They can go to couples.com.
Absolutely.
Randy, Chief Romance Officer, thanks for being with us.
My pleasure.
And thank you for joining us on today's edition of The Balancing Act. I'm Dr. Wendy Walsh, and I'm here on Lifetime Television every weekday morning exploring the latest advances in health, finance, beauty, and parenting. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.